Good morning, good morning. All right, you guys, if you don't know already, I'm Estrella. I own Avenger Athletics, okay? All right, so we normally do a tip of the day. So our tip of the day is going to be body dysmorphia. Why? Because your kids are watching, your grandkids are watching. So here we go. All right, for women, we see so much crap, literally, about what we should look like, what we should dress or wear. It's like ridiculous, okay? It's so many inputs, and nobody really tells you what and why, okay? So here we go. For women, we want to be good role models for our children, our grandchildren. So it's not really about skinny and fat. I got a light behind me. Hold on a minute. All right. So it's not about this person's skinny, this person's fat. Oh, it's body shaming regardless. You know, we have different metabolism. We have different amounts of movement, different kinds of food that we're inputting, that we're intaking, fluid amounts that we're drinking or not drinking, healthy foods, crap foods. The majority of food in the US, unless it's organic or no chemicals or no dyes, no processed stuff, it's crap food. So that's a huge red flag right there, okay? So here we go, skinny versus fat, okay? We don't look at it as skinny versus fat because you can be healthy and you can be skinny, and you can be healthy and you can be a little thick, okay? I did not say fat, and I did not say fat for a reason, all right? I said thick, okay? So you can be skinny because of your metabolism, which means you're thinner, all right? We're gonna get rid of that word skinny. So on that lean body mass, all right? And then you can have your thicker ladies, and I'm talking about muscle, not fat, okay? Because body fat is completely different than being thick, all right? So for those of you walking around, we're gonna do a couple different scenarios. For those of you walking around and you go, I've been thick my whole life, okay? What does that really mean? Do you have muscle or is that body fat? Because there's a difference, all right? And then for those of you walking around with that lean body mass, that thin, and sometimes it's not lean body mass, it's just that skinny, right? That skinny that we don't want to use. One, do you have muscle mass? Or are you just unhealthy and you have great metabolism? There's differences, okay? So when we look at people, people can be on the spectrum. They can be lean, skinny, thick, fat, okay? Good version, not so good version. It's still all part of a process, and there's room for improvement on both ends, okay? So what we're looking for as women, and maybe we haven't heard this because all we see are these role models on TV, and okay, let me take that back. They're not role models. They're playing a role, okay? They're not role models for you. They're not role models for your children. They're playing a role, okay? So, normal people are not going to be looking like that, all right? And here's why, okay? People that are on TV, if you see them in person, hey, they may look anorexic, super skinny. There's that word again, right? Super skinny, but not healthy because they have no muscle mass, all right? And then on that other end of that spectrum, we have people that are obese or fat, and it doesn't mean that you're here. It doesn't mean that you're here. It just means that your body fat percentage is way high for what you should be. And what does that mean? When we have a high body fat percentage, we have an increase in metabolic disease, okay? So whether you're skinny fat or thick fat, that's still high body fat percentage, which is unhealthy on both spectrums, okay? Sorry, I'm preaching today, you guys. And if you don't know, if you come in here, we talk about everything. Everything. We talk about menopause. We talk about relationships. We talk about our husbands. What? We talk about our children, not wanting to clean the house, sports, running around 24/7, doing everything, okay? But we also talk about serious stuff. Not that that stuff's not serious. We talk about our health. We talk about our longevity. We talk about our spouses not being as healthy as us, and typically men die before women anyway. No brainer. So we want them to be just as healthy, if not more, so they can live at least as long as we do, so we do not become widows, right? Right? That's the goal. And if you are a female and your partner's female, same goal, same freaking goal, because we want you to live the same amount of time as us, all right? So again, man, I'm on a roll preaching. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So this is what we do here. This is what we talk about, everything. We talk about mental health, working out, eating right, the chemicals in your house being clean so you're not being poisoned from them. The foods that we're eating, vegetables, fruits, eggs, being clean too, okay? Let's see. Here we go. Back to that spectrum, okay? So what we're looking for is lean body mass. Whether you're skinny, these are not nice words, or fat, okay? It's that body fat, and that's where that fat word should come in. Not because you look a certain way. So I am 5'2", 135 pounds, and ladies, I like my muscles. I love it, okay? You know why? Because women, if they don't have muscle when they age, that's where they fall, they break a hip. Within 1 year, that increases their lifespan. Actually, it decreases it, and they have a higher rate of mortality, okay? Let that sink in. Let that sink in, okay? Osteoporosis, that's pretty bad. I've had people come in and they're 40 and they have the loss of bone density already, okay? So instead of thinking, oh, hey, I'm skinny, oh, hey, I'm fat, let's look at life as a little different, and let's look at that body mass in muscle and bone density, because that's what's going to increase your life. All right, that's what's going to make you feel better, okay? That's what's going to help you move, keep up with your children, your grandchildren. That's what's going to give you your independence in life as you age, as you get older, okay? Getting older doesn't get easier unless you stay moving. Eat the right things. Drink enough water, okay? Create that muscle, strength training, all right? It's good for your muscle, your bones, your ligaments, your tendons, your brain, your mental health. It's good for everything, okay? All right, so bone density, muscle mass, that's what we're looking for, okay? Strength training, eating right, getting out in the sun, mental health, okay? Another thing, women, when you're going through perimenopause, that brain fog, whoo, man, it's wicked, right? It's very wicked, all right? All your other symptoms that people don't talk about. Hot flashes, being grumpy, being like, F it, I'm done with everything. You do it, I'm not doing anything, okay? We've just gotten to a point, getting older, body's changing yet again, and nobody says it's easy, okay? So for women, we get a period, and man, they really need to teach better the cycle, just because estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, what does that do to you, okay? So just think of your mood swings while you had your period. Wait till you hit perimenopause, because it's like magnified. Not that it's a good thing, but there is stuff that can help. So if you have questions about that, send me a message. I'll gladly respond, tell you what works for me. I used to have hot flashes like 5-10 minutes. Absolutely ridiculous. I thought I was going to have a heart attack, okay? And that does happen a lot to women as we go through perimenopause, just because of hormones and fluctuations and getting your ears are red, and because you can feel your heart, everything is just out of control, okay? So we can bring that back to normal. Working out helps that. Drinking enough helps that. It's just all part of a process, okay? So again, back to the beginning. You are the role model for your children and your grandchildren, not people on TV, okay? Not your sports people, not anybody. What you do influences your children because that's what they see every single day, all right? So if you're looking in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, I don't like my body, what are they seeing, okay? This is where we say, okay, I want to do something because I don't want to pass that on. I want to build up women, young boys that are independent, secure in their body, love themselves, or love the process to get better, okay? Life is not easy, all right? We want to instill that mental toughness so they can get through whatever life throws at them. Wow, we did like a full, I don't know, like 500-degree circle. I know it's not a circle of 500 degrees, okay? I'm just goofing. All right, so just remember, you are the role model. People around you are the role model, okay? People in your home, your families, your friends, whoever you have your kids around, that's the role model, all right? So maybe it's time to hit the gym. Maybe it's just time to eat better. Maybe it's time to go for a walk every day, okay? All right, ladies, any questions, sounds off, send me a message. I'm an open book. I will help you as much as I possibly can, all right? What do we do here? Strength training, 100%. What do we do here? Nutrition. We focus on eating good foods to fuel our bodies, okay? All right. You're the role model. We are the role models, okay? We want to build strong little girls and little boys at that, all right? All right. You guys have a great day.